to the much awaited review of the CT Warp 7 by Boost Mobile. So this is one of the newer phones that just came out for Boost Mobile. I've had this phone exactly for a week now, and it's been my daily driver for the most part. And it's really, I gotta say, it's nice. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. So as you can see, this phone does have Android 6.0 Marshmallow. It's really nice. It weighs 5.6 ounces or 159 grams. The display on this is really nice. It is a 5.5 inch display. The resolution on it is 720 by 1280 pixels. The pixel density is 267 ppi. Screen to body ratio, which is really nice, as you can see, is 71.34%. Another good thing about the screen that I like about it is that it's scratch resistant with Corning Gorilla Glass 3 light sensor and a proximity sensor as well. Let's get to the camera. So the camera in the back is 13 megapixels with an LED flash, of course. It has autofocus, geotagging, and it records, like I said, in 1080 as well. The front-facing camera, which is right up here, is 5 megapixels, which is nice. Now the processor, it does sport a pretty 1.2 quad-core processor, so that's nice. And for RAM, which is really nice, what you want, especially in a nice phone, is 2 gigabytes of RAM, which I'd say is nice. Internal memory is 16 gigs. And then it does have expandable memory for up to a 64 gigabyte. The battery is 3000 milliamps, which is nice. You see on bigger phones. So the battery, the talk time should last you about 26 hours, which is pretty nice. It is 3G/4G. And of course it supports Bluetooth. Now that's all that thing. Now that I got the specs out the way, let's get into it. So as you can see, this is the front of it. Really nice. It does have 3 touch buttons on the bottom. Your app button, your home button, your back button. Nice CT logo on the front. Now to the right of it, you do have your volume up and volume down. And then on the bottom, you have your power button, showing you right here, which is also nice. The only thing I don't like about this is that it does have the power button on the same side instead of having, the volume rocker on the left and then, power button on the right. So as I've been using this phone, I do get pretty, confused. I'm watching a video, I'm trying to turn up the volume or down, I just put my finger here and I click it and, the screen turns off or something, and it gets really annoying. So that's one thing that I didn't like about this phone, is that, it might be petty, but, for someone that's so used to it, it's a lot different. On the top, you have your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, microphone. On the left side, you don't have anything. It's just nice and smooth. As you can see, this is what the volume rocker should have been, or, something like that, but it's cool. The bottom, the microphone as well, and the new charging port. Look at that, guys. It's a lot different. That's another thing that I didn't like about this phone, honestly, was that the charging, you need a different charger for this phone. It doesn't take the micro that everybody has. So that's a lot different. When I go to work and nobody has this charger or anything like that, it gets annoying, so you have to carry that charger or order one offline. So that's one design flaw that I found about this phone that I didn't like. It's just, different, I guess. Every other phone that we've gotten, it's still the same charging port, but this one's a lot different. It's just, as you can see, it's a lot wider. If you guys seen the Samsung Galaxy Note 7, the charger looks just the same, basically. So who knows, maybe they're going to new chargers, but so far, we haven't. So that's one thing, take note. If you're going to buy this phone, it does have a different charger and charging port for it. In the back, nice CT logo, 13 megapixel rear facing camera with LED flash. I do like the back. Let me see if I can focus the back. It is so nice. I like how it feels, guys. I don't know, it's weird. It's just kind of grainy, but you know, fine grain. It feels nice to the touch. And then in the back you have your rear speaker, which is nice. So let's open this baby up and see what's inside. So it does have a little slot right here. So as you can see, here's your big battery, sporting the 3080 milliamp battery. You have your SIM, and then here's where you put your SD card up to a 64 gigabyte, which is also nice. So let's put the back on it, and let's get to the phone. So as you can see, your power button's right here. Now another thing that I kind of didn't like about this phone, sorry about that, is you have to press and hold. Of course you can get rid of this in the settings, but I always put a passcode. You have to hold it down, and then sometimes it doesn't even like pop up like that. It'll stay like that even if you long press it, so it gets kind of annoying. But let's go ahead and unlock it, and there we go. So now that we're inside the phone, it does look really nice. I must say, guys, with the screen, look how low, you know, bright, like how low of brightness I have the screen, because this screen is super bright. I know through the camera it doesn't do any justice, but wow, when I got this phone and it was like, you know, even halfway, it was super bright. So I had to lower it, you know, past halfway just to kind of be able to use the phone. Now that's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I really enjoy it because when you're watching videos with that bright screen compared to like an LG Stylo 2 that I have, it just makes it look more HD. Like the colors just pop out more. So that's one thing that I really like about this phone, is the screen definitely looks HD compared to other phones that say they're HD, but you know, the brightness just affects it. So I really enjoy that. Another thing is, look how big these icons are. I don't know if you can see them, but these icons are huge. And you know, I didn't move anything in the settings. That's how they came pre-installed with the phone. So that's another thing, you know, if you guys, especially if you're like older and have a hard time seeing, with this phone being that screen size, you know, 5.5, it's no issues, and the icons really do pop really big. So this will help a lot of you guys that have, like I said, trouble seeing. So phone calls were really crisp. Let's see if I don't have any numbers. Okay, so yeah, no. Phone calls were really nice and crisp. Now also, you know, it's really loud, so it doesn't have low volume or anything. That's another thing I like about this phone. The camera, let's get into the camera, which is next. Is, remember, sporting a 13 megapixel rear facing camera. Is really nice. The only thing I kind of don't like is it tends to not autofocus sometimes, and you have to kind of click to autofocus, even though it has autofocusing. And also, the camera is kind of like in a weird place, because when I grab the phone, my finger tends to be in the way, like that or something like that. And that's never happened to me with any phone. So, you know, just be careful when you're taking pictures that your thumb or your fingers are not in the way. And the videos do come out nice. It's just sometimes they do look grainy. I do have a video of the test of this real camera in the description, so check it out. I will put it there. But for pictures, it's really nice, guys. Like, you take a picture, it looks nice. You can zoom in and still keep the details. So that's one nice thing. It does have a pro mode. So if you slide to the side, as you can see, it's a pro mode, really nice. You can change the contrast, the white and, you know, the white and black. Real nice. You can put a grid on it. See, golden. Really cool. See if it's, you know, centered and all that cool stuff. Really nice. And then of course your flash, it has a timer. You can change your camera. So here I am with the front facing camera, which is as well really nice. 5 megapixels. It does look, it looks a little washed out. Not really. I wouldn't even say washed out. It looks nice, guys. Like, honestly, for front facing 5 megapixel camera, it looks perfect. So I really do enjoy it, especially because I'm inside. You know, if I was outside, it would look a lot better. capture smile, so it does have capture smile. There you go, see? Look, every time you smile, it'll take pictures. That's another cool effect. And then it has a timer, and then you can also change the settings as well. Video settings, video quality, you can change it. So the video quality, this is the front facing camera, of course. And then when you change it to, so the front facing does record at 720. But then if you go to the rear camera, of course, you can get 1080, 720, and 480. Even has a time lapse, pretty cool. That's pro mode, and then auto, well, it's just auto. And then it does have a fun mode where you can put effects, do the smile, the macro effects, multi-exposure, panorama. Really, really cool to smile. And then here's the effects right here. You can see them. So it does have fisheye, which is pretty cool. You usually have to get a lens for that. But this one already comes with it. It's an effect. So it's a real nice effect. It's a fun effect too. You have a comic, a warm, mono, a mirror, the mosaic, a cool, a lamo. So everything definitely, you know, is pretty cool. It does come with some effects. So I just like going back to auto. And then here's some front-facing camera shots. As you can see, I look funny, whatever. It's trying the smile camera out. And then, as you can see, here's another picture. You can zoom in, and it does keep the details well. So that's the camera. Like I said, the buttons on here. This, the right button, the lower right button, is to go to your apps, the current running apps. So to multitask, you can clear them all. And then the left side button is to go back, and then of course the bottom is to go to your home. Texting on this phone as well is really nice. So I don't know who that is, but as you can see, it's a nice, real big keyboard. Another thing that I like about this is it's so nice. It picks up, like, I'm gonna compare it to the Stylo 2 because I have it with Stylo 2. Sometimes when you click something, it doesn't click it, and with this phone I have no trouble. Maybe because the letters are a little bit bigger, but it definitely comes out. And of course you can download other keyboard apps, but this one I do like. And also if you put phone, it does give you the little icon. So if I put fire, it'll give you a little fire emoji. That's another really cool thing that I like about this phone. So you put cool, boom, shows a little cool guy, it'll change that. So that's one feature with this keyboard that I love. It's so cool. Now, one thing that I don't like about this keyboard is when you click right here, it takes you to all this other crazy stuff. You go to your emojis, all this stuff. I don't know. It just feels weird to me. But it does help because for you not having to spell all the words out, you know. 1, 2, 3, comma. So it's nice, and you can change it. But, you know, I'm just used to this keyboard. And emojis, you can change the languages. So definitely good overall. So texting, you have no issues. Just, you know, watch out for that keyboard. And then the browsing is as well very nice. So check out the speed. So let's go. Let's just look something up on the internet. And as you can see, it does slide real nice. Let's go to like Megan Fox or something like that, and see how well it performs. So let's just go to Wikipedia. You can see it does zoom in really good. There's no jitters or anything like that. So of course, everything will be nice. And depending on which browser, but this one comes, of course, with the Google Chrome browser pre-installed. And also, another thing that came pre-installed was the social media apps. You just have to update them. So let's get to it. Let's go to YouTube. That's a lot. You know, a lot of people love watching YouTube, and let's test out the sound quality on here. So let's just go to some copyright free music, so you can kind of hear. You can just hear some of the sound quality. So that's another good thing about it is the speaker's really nice and loud. So, so as you can see that it's pretty nice. So, you know, it is nice. It doesn't sound distorted or anything like other phones. When you turn up the volume, it sounds, you know, kind of weird. Pandora, of course, streams really good on it. You can play games on this as well. So let's just do Super Smash World. Let's see how that holds up. Of course, you can play higher end games. Some of them might tend to lag just because the processor is nice on it. But, you know, overall, you won't have any issues playing other games. So you can download mostly any games. Should lower some of the volume. Oh, Jesus Christ, I almost died over here. And also, I did a benchmark test as well. I have a link to that in the video, so you guys can check the benchmark. Now, the benchmark, I must say, did take a while for this phone to perform. But overall, it's fine. And just because the screen is so... Whoa. Oh, well. Because the screen is so bright, the games look really amazing too, guys. Like I said, it's almost like if it was just HD all the way. So you have no issues with that at all. So gaming's nice. If you want me to do extended videos of the games, other games, to see how good it runs, hit me up, you know, in the description, or leave a comment on me, and I will check further into it. But overall, I've downloaded a lot of games, and haven't had any issues. As you can see, these are the apps that do come with it. It does have a file manager, which is really nice. I love that to see that in a phone. It does have a music playing app. Settings. It has voice recorder. Now let's go into the phone settings so we can see some things. So this is what the phone settings look like. You do have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, mobile networks. It does have a hotspot as well. So with Boost Mobile, this plan, you know, you can't turn on your hotspot. Since I do have the plan now, for Boost Mobile, you have to have hotspot or a plan that offers hotspot before you can use this feature. The display, it's really nice. It does have a pulse light, as you can see, and it does work. That's another thing that I must say. This pulse light, especially at night, is pretty bright, guys. But I do like it. It does have a notification light, if you're wondering if it does have it. The sounds. It does have Dolby Digital Plus, which is pretty cool. You know, it definitely helps make the sound a lot better. The phone ringtone, of course, you can change that. So like I can see, you know, it is pretty loud. Security, you can put a security and all that stuff. Navigation keys, it tells you, you know, you can change it up. If you want this one back, the recent, so you can change that up. Location, storage. So the storage, like we said, well, like I said, is 16 gigs. The software does use some of it. So I have used 9.07 of 16 gigs. So far I got 7 gigs left, a little bit under it. But, you know, you can disable some apps that come with it and get more storage. Memory, of course, 1.2 gigabytes. Average use, 65%. Free, 676. You can back up your accounts, accessibility, and then, let's see. And then Android version right there, 6.0.1. So overall, would I recommend this phone to you guys? I would definitely say I would. It is really nice. I enjoyed it. The only bad things that I found about this phone was definitely that the charging port was changed. So now I have to, you know, order different chargers for it. But apart from that, everything's nice. It runs real nice and smooth. You know, Facebook and everything, Instagram and everything. It's nice, you know. Especially, like I said, with the bright screen, it does look nice. There was no jitters or anything like that. So it's nice. And then of course when you bring down your notification bar, it does come with a flashlight app, which is as well really nice. So you don't have to keep getting another phone. So overall, guys, I will give this phone, I'd say 8 out of 10. Just the only fact that I didn't like was the buttons on the side. That everything was jumbled up to one side of the phone, and then the charging port. But apart from that, this phone was nice. It never lagged up. It's butter smooth, so you won't have any issues. And all the customers as well, I must say this, to all the customers that have sold this phone, nobody has ever complained about it or brought it back. So that's definitely a win for the CT, and I haven't had any issues with the screen. But I will let you guys know the battery life as well. That's another thing that, before I finish this, is really good. I've been using this phone all day. I'm at 85%, so definitely the battery life will last you about all day, depending on how heavy you use it. But apart from that, and it does charge pretty quick as well. One thing that when I first got the phone, it did take a while for it to start up. When you first turn on, it did to boot up, it did take a while. But like I said, apart from that, guys, the phone's really good. So for $100, is this one of the best phones you can get? I would say possibly. For $100, it's really good. As it came out, $100 if you buy this for your kids or your mother, whoever, it definitely is a great buy, guys. So $100 really good. If it goes on sale, even better. But at $100, I'd recommend this phone for you guys. I'd say one of the better phones for $100. So thank you for watching, guys. Please comment, rate, subscribe for a lot more. And I will be doing more videos about this phone as we get into it. So thank you, guys. Dragon Warfare.